Located in Pioneer Square, the oldest section of Seattle, Washington, we find the oldest bar in Seattle, Washington, Merchant Cafe.
Beginning life in 1890, Merchant Cafe was founded by John Hall Sanderson, an early Seattle businessman who had owned a two-story clapboard building on the same spot. The building housed a store on the ground floor and a photographer studio on the second.
But the Great Seattle Fire of 1889 burned that building to the ground, so Sanderson, bent on having a building that would stand the test of time, commissioned the two-story terracotta brick building that we see today.
The saloon was a fun place, catering to the men working in the local timber industry and gold miners traveling to and from the Yukon. In fact, in its early days, merchants acted as a makeshift bank for miners and would even take gold dust as payment for drinks.
And like all good Western saloons, it offered a little bit more than just the drinks.
And at that stage there's a shortage of women, there's too many men, and so they actually brought women in to, under the disguise of seamstresses, to entertain the men.
In fact, the portraits of women in the back of the saloon were actually the selection of women you could find upstairs.
And then these pictures were all of the seamstresses.
Are they?
So they would come and view what they liked, and they could go to whichever room.
So this was like the shopping?
This was the gallery.
This is the gallery.
The art was upstairs.
Yeah.
And it's reported that it's one of these prostitutes, one who long passed away in an upstairs bedroom, still haunts the Merchant today.
Yeah, there's a mistress who haunts a lady's bathroom. Ladies will go to the bathroom and report doors slamming, taps turning on and off, weird things like that.
Now, we didn't see any ghosts ourselves, but there have been many shows filmed here that each insist something paranormal is going on. For our part, we were happy with the bar itself and for what it features.
We're beer and whiskey. I'd say we do a lot of old fashions, a lot of Manhattans, a lot of craft beer. Pretty much all our craft beers are all Washington, all local. As is our wine list, it's all local.
Be sure to check out the space downstairs. Here, they have an underground bar in what used to be a speakeasy and a legal card room.
And if you're into ghosts, know that this is where many of the sightings actually occur. There were reportedly a little boy and a little girl who died down here during a fire in 1938, and they like to play games with the customers. Who knows, maybe you'll get lucky and meet them.
Merchant Cafe is really a great piece of history. It's also one of the oldest remaining bars in the United States. These are getting harder and harder to find, so when you next come to Seattle, be sure and spend some time here. And who knows, you might just make some new friends.